One of the most talked about developments of the late 1980s has been the growth of the internet. Even the Queen mentioned it in her golden wedding speech this week. But although it's clearly had a huge impact in lots of ways, there's also a growing suspicion that some of the early expectations of the way it would change our lives may have been exaggerated. This week, a report from Verdict Research cast doubt on the significance of internet shopping in the next few years. Nils Blythe, our own reporting icon, has been conducting some research into shopping on the net.
Long ago, in cyberspace, bold predictions were being made. By the end of the millennium, they said, electronic commerce would be worth billions of pounds and we'd all be doing our shopping via computers. But that was way back when the internet was young. To find out what's really happening now, I need to boldly go on a journey.
The first stop on my cyber shopping trip is an unlikely one. A bakery in Whitby, now selling its cakes via the internet.
Hello. Hello, I'm Mike John from Butham's. Let me show you what we're doing here.
Okay, thanks. What they're doing is making cakes, just as they have done since Mike Jarman's great-great-grandmother set up shop here 100 years ago. But now they have a new type of sales outlet, thanks to a close encounter with the BBC.
One day I went home and my three daughters were watching Blue Peter on television, and during the course of the programme they gave their email address. And like a flash it hit me that kids are using it, why don't we? And we went ahead and produced a website selling our cakes and biscuits and hampers all over the world.
And has it been a success?
Oh, it's been wonderful.
Yorkshire fruitcake, it seems, has fans in far-flung places. And Botham's Bakery have been telling them about their cakes via the internet, the system which can link computers anywhere in the world. Botham's have set up what's called a website. It can be accessed by anyone with a computer and an internet connection. It gives details of all the goodies they can supply by post or courier. Customers just have to fill in an order form and pay by credit card.
You'll notice a little Japanese flag up here because we do a lot of business with Japan.
Okay. So what happens?
Just click on that and there you are, there's the information.
It tells you how to order in Japanese.
Exactly.
Have you actually, can you read that to me?
No, I can't. I'm just taking it on trust. That's it saying exactly what that we put on the order form.
Mike Jarman thinks other British retailers need to wake up to the internet's commercial potential.
The thing is that it works. I mean, we couldn't market ourselves, a little bakery in Whitby, North Yorkshire, worldwide in any other medium. It's the only way that we cost-effectively we can do it.
For a business in a quiet seaside town, finding any new customers is always cause for celebration. But if truth be told, Botham's internet cake sales amount to only a few £1,000s a year, a tiny proportion of their turnover. So it's time to get back on the net and look at the bigger picture.
While there are still optimists about internet shopping, there have also been lots of disappointments. The internet has had a huge impact on lots of businesses, but retailing isn't really one of them. This year, internet shopping will account for well under 1% of all the shopping in Britain. And some of the most ambitious schemes for virtual shopping centres have been abandoned or scaled back.
The big players in retailing are the supermarkets and chain stores. Early attempts to develop internet shopping in America were all about virtual malls, where customers could browse through thousands of products without leaving home. But they didn't really catch on, and Sainsbury's have been thinking about why.
We think that probably a lot of customers had difficulty actually in using the internet in placing orders, particularly for grocery shopping. It isn't easy to wade your way through 15,000, 20,000 lines to try and find precisely the products you want. And I think those sorts of difficulties do need resolving.
0209, baby skincare wipes.
But Sainsbury's
1,
isn't giving up on the
Bakery.
idea of letting
0180,
customers shop from
Hovis
home.
white loaf 3, please. 0380.
Drama
medium
teacher
loaf,
Jane Joseph
1.
is part of a Sainsbury's
Hot
scheme in
drinks,
Watford,
0016.
which lets people phone or fax in their
Ground
shopping
coffee, 1,
lists.
please.
For a small fee, the orders are then picked off Sainsbury's shelves and packed, ready for the customer to collect.
Thanks very much. Will you give me a hand to the car? No problem.
Next year, Sainsbury's will be extending the Watford experiment to the internet.
Hi everybody, everything okay, Alexander? Right. Oh, the shopping.
Jane, though, isn't sure if shopping by computer is going to appeal to her.
My reservations are that I've never done any shopping on the internet and it's an unknown medium. So I'm concerned how difficult it might be to browse round the net and do your shopping. If it's going to be very time consuming, then obviously I might as well just go to the store and do my shopping myself.
Sainsbury's have been working out ways to save internet shoppers from having to scroll through hundreds of items to find the ones they want. But the company are still cautious about how quickly internet shopping will catch on.
What we've developed with the site, with our internet shop, is actually something that customers can quite comfortably use and will find very easy and simple to use. The market for internet shopping, we believe, is still relatively small at the moment. The numbers of customers who have access to the internet is fairly small, and we don't see that market growing very quickly.
But while many big retailers in Britain now play down the potential of internet shopping, a few specialist operations, mainly in America, have started to make some impact. Companies like Amazon.com, run by Jeff Bezos, selling books all over the world.
How has the business developed over the last 2 years?
When we opened Amazon.com just a little over 2 years ago, in the first 30 days of being opened, we shipped books to more than 45 different countries. Amazon.com's catalog has 2.5 million different titles in it. That is more than 10 times as many titles as the largest physical book superstores. Over some large number of years, I think internet book selling is going to become a very large business.
This week, Amazon.com was opening a huge new warehouse to cope with rising demand from around the world. And although Amazon has yet to make a profit, its rapid growth suggests that in some specialist markets like books, internet retailing could yet prove a major force. Back in the bookish city of Oxford, a British company shares the dream of selling books via the internet. It was set up at the same time as Amazon and has expanded, though nothing like as fast. Britain has many fewer internet users than America. But its founder, Daryl Mattox, has another problem. Books, like most other consumer goods, are much cheaper in America, and that matters a lot in internet retailing.
An absolute fundamental point is that the books, and not just books but other items, but in our case books are cheaper in the States than they are in the UK. And here I have the same book, Peter Mayle, Chasing Cézanne, which is super read. If you want something for Christmas, I can recommend it. But this is the UK book. Now, this is £16. This is the US edition, and this is £13.50. We would discount them both down equally, but there's an 18% price difference between these two. And yet, we're forbidden to sell this. Through copyright restrictions, we can't sell this. We're forced to sell this item here. So consumers, instead of paying £13.50, are forced to pay £16.
Whereas your American rivals can sell the American edition into the British market.
Our American rivals are very happily selling this into the UK market in quite large volumes, yes.
It's a competitive disadvantage, but the internet bookshop isn't giving up.
The future may belong to the Americans, but it really depends on how good we are in Europe at closing the price differential. I think it's key, not just for the UK, but for the rest of Europe to sort this issue out. I mean, we're currently debating whether or not we should open an operation in the States in order to sell back into Europe at a competitive price. That's a ridiculous sort of situation to have, and it needs to be tackled. We can't maintain this price differential. Something has to give.
And the problem goes to the heart of the future of internet retailing.
In the end, it's a paradox. In the areas where internet shopping is showing signs of life, the big attraction is that it opens up a truly global market. But strangely, where you base your internet operation matters a great deal. And at the moment, the Americans seem to have all the advantages.